in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will start this game off. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offense and quarterback find one, they could hurt.
There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's second and long. They just keep firing. Quickly complete. Pick up a 5. It'll be third down and 5.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Punt is on its way. He'll be got it out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So Iowa's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air, because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the Big House. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's a heat. Gets rid of it. Caught on the outside. It's Oliver. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Punt is in the air. And the punt will come to rest just inside the 30. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defender. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Right on the money. Oh, what a... continues to fight for yards. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Hawkeyes are on the move. They'll give it to him again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to bull his way in. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Barrett. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air on 2nd down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you...
Turning it on! Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
It's complete to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right now.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to ULM. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man on the left. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. We can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Kick is in the air, and nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Perkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Grab near the marker. It's Perkins. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys, too, and that time.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He's at the... Touchdown, Michigan! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
And really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference play. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Hunt is on its way. catches it cleanly at the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Barry. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Knocked down for the tackle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got his man on the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Louisiana Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He makes the catch. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. But I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
Makes the catch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Now inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Iowa! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. They go to the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Power football with the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pocket breaking down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Look at the big fella roll. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The give out of the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barron. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolverines will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Terrell. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Hawkeyes want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Rivero. Grabbed over the middle, it's Roper. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. Breaks into the open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting points on the board before the break.
Brings up second and goal.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
This time he's got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? They'll give it to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Barrett. There he goes. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Extending the play. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. From the red zone, it's Barrett. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wideout. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Got a man. It's Barron. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just keep slinging it. Got his man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by a field goal over ULM. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking to pass. It's Rivero. Lets it fly. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Caught behind the line. It's Sharp. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Cole. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Making side adjustments here. To the air on second down. Looking deep down the right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. From the gun. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And that's got to feel good, and that... This young man is never going to forget his first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Give to the back. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Snagged out of the air. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? And the Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action right down the middle. It's caught downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Gives it on the option. Turning it on! You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
Brings up 2nd down.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Scanning the field, it's Rivero. Finds his big tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
27.
He'll bring it out. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
27.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Rivero. Caught in the backfield. It's Sharp. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead.
Iowa, 27.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Back to pass, it's Rivero. Got him downfield. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Tackle is made.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
That's good enough for first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Roper. It's a fumble. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play. The Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. It's a draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Looking to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point.
He's loose at the 20. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Rivero. Bringing the heat. Grabbed behind the line, it's Grove. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Good enough.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Just keeps moving. Speeding down the left side. Smashes ahead. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
The extra point.
Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 7 over ULM. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll leave it with him. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. To throw, it's Rivero. Rushes on him. Makes the grab, it's Grove. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Grove. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
To the air on first down. They'll run the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
He's brought down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Looking downfield, it's Rivero. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Brings up 2nd down.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation. football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Penn State's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. We've been watching them all year, but David, it seems like they're starting to find themselves a little bit right now, having won the last two.
Yeah, they're in the category of others receiving votes. Like, there's those next 26, 27, 28. These guys, they're right on the cusp of getting ranked. They've had a really good start to their season.
And they're about to get that recognition then if they can just keep winning. You got to stick to the formula. This is a team that prides themselves on being physical and executing. You got to see that today.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So Michigan's offense will have its first possession of the game. Looking for room, it's Barrett. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens.
Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete. Oh, he got loose. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds his man in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield, it's Barrett. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds his man down the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quickly complete. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. And the Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
Cut your losses.
absolutely slide. Don't take the extra punishment. Just give up on the play.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Offense in a bunch formation. He'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Barrett. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That little swing pass to the right was high percentage, low productivity.
And you see this a lot in college football. This is like a run now. This is an outside run. I'm going to dump it to the running back really quickly to try to get him on the perimeter in space. It didn't work. The defense was ready for it, came up and made a nice tackle.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Hauls it in. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barron. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Perkins. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Perkins. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got a step, it was all
I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. Leads it with the back. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Nice job there by the QB on his own, as he's watching the D-lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Here's the pressure. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum, so next week we play a little bit better football.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Going right to work up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Perkins. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's caught. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And as he throws, it's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. It's one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He caught it. They will score! Touchdown, Wolverines! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Charlotte is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time. They're up 14 over USF. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in a bind. If I were them, I wouldn't let that play stop them from trying to run it later in this game.
The give to the back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The quick out. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Quick handoff. Thrust that arm out. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. They're facing a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Steps away. He'll throw it. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. This quarterback part of their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So right at the midfield stripe, never really a thought about punting. Thought they might try to make them jump, but they pick up the first down.
I think a lot of it speaks to the experience they have up front and in the backfield, just knowing these guys have been in these sorts of situations before in big games, and they can go out, handle the pressure, and go execute and pick up the first.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Perkins. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Wants to go up top on first down. And wings it incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it behind the line. It's Barron. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for them 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident, you're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Give to the running back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the big house.
And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. Well, you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Quarterback moving. And that ball's free behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte is just steamrolling its way to victory today. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 21 over USF.
The run from the shotgun.
Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Oliver. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the offense at this point is just doing everything they can to not give the football back to their opponent. Even though they're up in this game, they're still going for it on 4th down. That now the 3rd different 4th down they've converted in this game.
On the move, it's Frazier. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out quickly. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need...
Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Grace, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Handoff from the gun. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the ground game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to buy time. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dynasty Lions going back to work on offense now. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. To the air on 1st down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Dynasty Lions really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Dynasty Lions send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll go to the ground. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The sure hands, it's Frazier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quick completion on the out. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Oliver. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Leaves it with the running back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
There he goes! Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Firing to the right, complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Off the play fake. Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him in the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Michigan stole their winged helmets and possibly their fight song from Princeton, but they are giving an Ivy League level education in defense today.
Yeah, and stealing their hearts, just ripping them out, not giving them anywhere to go, no life. This offense has no answers because Michigan's out there just destroying them, giving them a education.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it down the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big 4th downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Special teams proving to be special.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Michigan offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's fun.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that, a little rub their nose in it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pulls it in. It's Terrell. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Can't hang on, he muffs it.
Oof, what a break by the returner. You know, he's looking to try to do some damage and make some people miss and make a big play. And he coughed that puppy up, but what a break. How fortunate is he to fall back on that football.
Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
This time it's complete. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31.
Here we go.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Looking for a crease. It's Cutler. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. It'll be 3rd and long. got the win, they are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're